What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I got some new news concerning Jarrett Swift Hurd. Jarrett Hurd has turned down recently a offer from Eddie Hearn, and he states that Al Heyman is doing it better, and nothing's wrong with that. Is that big news? Not necessarily, because there's a lot of fighters that have stayed with Al Heyman. In fact, there's fighters that have used Al Heyman as their advisor and has signed with Eddie Hearn, i.e. Danny Jacobs. Okay. So it can be done. Was that a smart move for Jarrett Hurd? I would say yes and no. I would say yes, because if he's getting paid more and with Al Heyman, okay, by God, stay with Al Heyman. The offer has to be worth the move. Obviously, each fighter has to do the best for them. This is not a competitive war that I'm for or against. I'm just not for someone just downing a new idea or a new thing. Like a lot of people used to diss PBC. As a matter of fact, Oscar De La Hoya with Golden Boy, they tried to sue Al Heyman because they put boxing on free TV, which was retarded. Why would you hate on them like that? Why would you go to those measures to try to stop free boxing? It used to be back in the day, and you guys have got to the point where you've got so accustomed to putting it on paid television and pay-per-view to the point now it's on free TV. It's a crime. What the hell is this? What is this, Fidel Castro Day or something? You know what I mean? What is this? I don't get it. But, they had the same kind of scrutiny, like Dazn has for the inexpensive app that you can, you could have in your vehicle or your PlayStation or whatever, and it is very cheap, so, and then the first month's free. So they gave you a bonus just for signing with them. You know what I mean? So, why hate on it? Why hate on anything that's new and fresh, that's showing boxing? But back to, Hurd. If Hurd's making some money, yeah, keep that money. But the only problem that I see Hurd could possibly run into is he's a big guy, man. It's good to stay with Al Heyman because Al Heyman has enough fighters that he can fight and stay competitive. Okay? All right? And then he could always, if he wanted to fight, let's say someone like Brook, because Brook's going to need someone that he's going to need a big fight soon, especially after the Khan and Crawford official release date. So he's going to need someone to fight, man. So, he could fight Swift Hurd at 154. I would love to see that fight. And they have had talks to fight before, but Jarrett Hurd, the question is, how long will he stay at 154? How long will this be? Because, he's like 6'1". He's young and he can make the weight comfortably for now, but for how long? Pretty soon he's gonna want to go up to 160. You know what I mean? We have other fighters at 160, and most of those guys fight on the zone. So he's gonna be stuck in a rock and a hard place, for the future. So I think he, in the future, should really reconsider signing with Al Heyman, because there's not going to be enough guys at 160 to really fight. Of course he could fight the Charlos. They're still with Al Heyman. So that could be some good fights. Or he could go up to fight Jamal. Depending on what Jamal does, that's a fight that's makeable. But Jaime Munguia, guys like that, he's with DAZN. Danny Jacobs with DAZN. Demetrius Andrade, he's with DAZN. Canelo's with DAZN. So a lot of, these fights that he'll want, he will come into problem with fighting on, with getting those fights, especially when he moves up, when he can't make weight, because big as he is, he's not going to be able to make weight too long. Maybe the next year or two, he might start having some problems. Okay. So a guy that tall and big, I doubt him staying at 154 forever. You know what I'm saying? So that's my only thing about it. But yeah, he made a decision based on what he feels. If he's getting paid money with Al Heyman, Heyman's a smart guy. He's a businessman. He's been a long time. He's been around this long. He has to be doing something right. Okay. Of course, with those PBC guys, he has a lot of talent, but they don't fight each other. So that's what we have. That's one of their problems. They're not competitive. They want to inch everything along and whatnot. But, and then they might throw you a good fight every so often, but not the type of fights that you're really, wanting to see, desiring to see. So, but that's my take on it. Eddie Hearn, he just has to keep doing what he's doing, but he will run into problems with guys with Al Heyman because, a lot of those guys are loyal, and there's nothing wrong with loyalty when you're getting the right pay. But when you want legacy, that's when you're going to run into a problem with Al Heyman. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Jarrett Hurd turning down Eddie Hearn's offer. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunched. Peace.